Hello and welcome to Richard's Kitchen. Today we're going to be making rhubarb chutney with cranberries. If you like this video, please subscribe to our channel, leave a comment below, hit the like button and share. A full list of ingredients will be in the description below. So we need to start by chopping some rhubarb. The rhubarb that I'm using here is the forced or artificially grown rhubarb, which is pinker in colour and slightly sweeter in flavour. We're going to use some freshly scraped vanilla seeds, so slice down the vanilla pod with a sharp knife and use the blade to scrape the seeds out. So we're going to start to cook the chutney. This is a relatively easy recipe to make and will take between 20 and 25 minutes to cook. In a warm pan, add a splash of olive oil and then add 125 grams of finely diced red onions. Cook the onions over a medium heat and then add 35 grams of minced ginger. Continue to cook for between 4 and 5 minutes. Add 75 grams of dried cranberries and cook for another minute or two. Now we're going to add some sharpness to the chutney, which really makes this dish savoury. Watch the cranberries bleed a red colour as I pour in 225 millilitres of white wine vinegar, followed by 225 grams of castor sugar, the finely grated rind and juice of an orange, a cinnamon stick and the vanilla seeds that we scraped earlier. Now add about a third of a whole freshly grated nutmeg. Whole nutmeg contains oils which provide its flavour and taste. This is more pungent and flavoursome than ground nutmeg. Stir the ingredients and bring to a gentle simmer. Now we're going to reduce the liquid by a third, and what this means is there will be a third less volume and the flavours will be intensified. When the liquid is nice and syrupy, we're going to add the rhubarb. Notice how the cranberries have turned the liquid a ruby red colour. I've added 750 grams of chopped rhubarb here, which will make about 3 to 4 jars of chutney. Mix the ingredients thoroughly and then pop a lid on the pan. This will start to break the rhubarb down. After 4 or 5 minutes, remove the lid from the pan. The ingredients should be at a gentle simmer and then add 180 grams of chopped tomatoes. Stir the tomatoes in thoroughly and then we're going to allow the chutney to cook for between 20 and 25 minutes. This chutney will thicken by a way of reduction, which means we will evaporate as much liquid out of the pan until we have the right consistency. As the chutney is cooking, the rhubarb will release its own natural waters. Therefore, we need to keep the pan at a gentle simmer. At this stage, season the chutney with some sea salt. Keep the ingredients moving in the pan whilst the chutney is reducing, being careful not to completely break down all of the rhubarb, as it's nice to have some chunks in the finished chutney. This chutney is almost ready, but I'm going to give it a few more minutes. I must remember to remove the cinnamon stick before I finish cooking. This chutney is now ready. I'm just going to cool it down a little bit before I put it into some jars. Make sure you sterilise your jars, and this chutney can be stored for up to 1 year in a dark, cool place. Look out for my next recipe, as I will be serving this rhubarb chutney with some lovely baked camembert.